Hello everyone and welcome to my home. My name is Elia Calderon and I will be doing an informative speech on Michael Jackson. I will be talking about Michael Jackson in the beginning, Michael Jackson and the struggles he had to face, his achievements, remembering Michael Jackson, and 1 year after his death. Michael Jackson started being a performer at the age of 5 when he joined a band along with his 4 other brothers, and he soon became the lead singer of the band along with his brother Jermaine. They signed a contract with Motown in 1968, and from 1968 to 1975, in 1975, they signed on with CBS Records, and they actually were the first act to have 4 hits in America's top charts. These songs were I Want You Back, The Love You Saved, I'll Be There, and the famous ABC. These are awesome songs and very well known to all of us. Michael Jackson, even though you would think he would have an amazing childhood, had many struggles that he faced. He was actually very shy, very introverted person, and he struggled with his appearance. He actually had a disease called vitiligo, which made patches on your faces, made little white patches all over your face, and also several parts of your body. He had many surgeries trying to lighten his skin, and also fix his nose because he wasn't happy with it because he was ridiculed as a child over how big it was. He also had acne and many self-issue problems, which didn't help at all, along with what he was going through already. His addiction to painkillers actually started whenever he had reconstructive surgery in 1984 after being burned, after suffering. There was a Pepsi commercial, and something went wrong when his face caught on fire. He actually was on painkillers for many years, and one day admitted that he really had a problem and needed help. Other struggles that he actually had to face were criticism over hanging his child over a balcony, which was actually settled. He was actually saying that he was trying to be kind, but he admitted it was a lack of judgment. It was poor judgment, pretty much. He also was accused of molesting 2 boys, and these cases, one of them was acquitted in 2005, and the first one was actually settled in court. Also, he he had many civil lawsuits about concerts, but they usually were settled outside of court with no need for legal actions or anything like that. He had 2 divorces, one from Lisa Marie Presley, and the second one from Debbie Rowe, which is the mother of 2 of his children. The first one in 1996 and Debbie Rowe in 1999. Debbie Rowe actually gave up her parental rights to Michael Jackson and received $8.5 million in return for that. He narrowly avoided bankruptcy and foreclosure on his Neverland Ranch. It was also rumored, going back to the Presley and Jackson marriage, that it was pretty much a publicity stunt, but who knows? You never know. Other struggles that he had was loneliness. It was stated by his 3 bodyguards that he was actually very lonely, and for birthday parties, it would only be a select group of people, which was usually 4 or 5 people that attended. They said he was a great guy, but very lonely, very secretive too, to the public. Michael Jackson was known as the king of pop, and actually in the Guinness Book of World Records, he was the most successful entertainer of all time, according to them. His contribution to music, dance, fashion, and everything made him the most global figure and most popular icon for 4 decades. Pretty amazing, I would think. There's actually many YouTube videos which have him dancing, him singing, and you can actually view them. They're actually pretty amazing. He has many amazing moves. And actually Justin Timberlake, Usher, along with Chris Brown, all had admitted to have, mimicked some of his moves and incorporated some of their own stuff. Michael Jackson, after his death, became the #1 top-selling artist in 2009 over a 12-month period. He ended up selling over 8.2 million albums that year alone. There's also a video coming out in 2010, in the holiday time of 2010, about Michael Jackson and like new dance moves that you can learn. And there's also a new album that's going to be coming out in November 2010 by Sony, so be looking out for those two. 1 year after his death, it was said that his dad actually made a lawsuit against Dr. Conrad, which was his doctor at the time of his death, and he actually is questioning a lot of the things about the autopsy and whatnot, because it was stated, whoa, it was stated that propofol was really high in his blood, and that's actually a really high sedative it's used as a sedative for patients that are going into surgery. So just imagine if you're using it as a thing to sleep. It's like a strong medicine. Michael Jackson was on constant meds all around the clock, and he was receiving cot pills every 4 hours or so to help him sleep because he could not sleep. He, he was just one of those people, he just had trouble sleeping. And so many questions about that are still up in the air. We'll see what happens with the lawsuit. We'll be in touch with that. And so thank you for listening to my Michael Jackson speech. We went over the beginning, the struggles he had to face, his achievements, his remembering Michael Jackson, and 1 year after his death. So thank you very much for listening to my speech about Michael Jackson, and I apologize for my cat jumping on my screen. He had no business doing that. So thank you, and you have a good night. Bye bye.